Good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Harmony project. So Harmony is an open source project which was originally funded by the Wellcome Trust, and you can find details on our website at harmonydata.ac.uk, and you can also find information on our GitHub, which is here, github.com/harmonydata, and this is where you can find the source code of the tool. So Harmony is a tool developed by a team at Ulster University, University of Santa Maria in Brazil, and UCL, together with Fast Data Science. It's an open source tool, and it's for psychologists to use around the world for free. It's under MIT license, and it is not monetized. So we're interested in building a community of developers who would be involved in taking this project forward. So I'm going to give a quick demo of the tool now. So the tool is on this website, harmonydata.ac.uk/app. And how it works, if I take a PDF of a psychology questionnaire, such as this one, GAD-7 anxiety, save it on my computer, I can then upload it into the tool. And what Harmony does is it parses out the questionnaire items from this text. And then this is what we get from Harmony, and then psychologists can export what it's done as an Excel. We're aiming to follow in the footsteps of some, well-known open source projects which have communities contributing around the world, such as obviously the Ubuntu project, which is an operating system alternative to Windows and Mac, Firefox, browser. All of these have different open source licenses. There's also things like the Python library Pandas, which is under a license called BSD3, and an R package called Psych, which is for psychologists, and that's using GPL3 license. So our license is the MIT license. A little bit about the team. So the original core team of Harmony is made up of Owen, Bettina, Mauricio, and George, who are all psychologists in universities, and then myself, Thomas, and I'm a data scientist and NLP specialist in fast data science. And then in addition, we've got Mob, Ada, Piyush, who are all doing community work around marketing or community management. John Rogers is doing front-end development, and Louise Quinn is psychology postdoc. So where we need help in particular, the number one area is PDF, processing the PDF. So as you saw, this GAD-7 example is really hard to get the text out. So this is where the number one thing where the psychologists using it have said that they need help. I can see that we need help. So we've made a list of ideas, and that's on our website, harmonydata.ac.uk/ideas. You can go here and you can see a list of potential projects that could be taken on in a hackathon or as a one-person project, forking and doing a pull request. And you can also see we've got a Kaggle competition here. So that one, the Kaggle competition has a set of data that you could use to train your own model to extract questionnaire items from PDFs, and it has a test set, and it will automatically evaluate any submission. So you can try your hand at solving the PDF extraction problem and evaluate the results. If you look on the GitHub, you can see a list of ideas that need to be done. So there's the issue list, and if you spot a problem either or you have a feature request, you can click new issue, and we have two types of issue you can raise, or you can open a blank issue, a bug report or a feature request to create your new issue according to the problem that you found. Also, we're looking forward to hearing any ideas that come in from the community, and we've got GitHub and we've got the Discord, and you can write your ideas on Discord. You can discuss with us on Discord. So how you would get involved, getting started to contribute to Harmony, first of all, you'd go to the GitHub repo and you can clone the GitHub and see if you can run it. We've got three main GitHub repositories under the organization. We've got this one slash Harmony, which is the Python library. So this is a library on PyPy. We've got slash Harmony API, which is the REST API, and we've got slash app, which is the front end written in React. So these three, if you want to work on the front end, you go to slash app. If you want to work on the underlying NLP logic, you go to slash Harmony. If you want to work on the API, you'd go to this one. So let's imagine that I want to work on a new feature for myself. So what I can do is I could go to the Python library and I could do something like make my own fork. So anyone is free to come over and do this. And let's say the feature is to add GPT support for it. And then we can add a description, adding support for GPT to Harmony. Hypothetically, I create my fork, and now this fork is under my personal GitHub account. I can then go to code, copy the URL to the clipboard, create a new terminal or console window, and type git clone, and I paste the URL. Press enter, and then I can download that code. I can then go to PyCharm, which is my editor of choice. You are free to use a different one, such as VS Code, if that works for you. And I open the Harmony GPT that I've just created. And then it will offer me to create a virtual environment because requirements.txt has been found. I create the virtual environment. I could then edit this version of Harmony, and I can commit and push in the usual way. And then when my version is finished, I can then create a pull request from the GitHub, and this will be sent back to the Harmony team and it will get merged into the main project. So you can do this on any of the branches of Harmony, on the API, the Python library, or the backend, and it will hopefully make it into the next build. Please just message us on Discord or write a comment on the issue on the GitHub to let us know which one you're working on. Before you make a pull request, please make sure you unit tests. So the GitHub actions are set up to run all the tests in this folder. When you commit or push to main, GitHub will automatically run the tests. GitHub runs tests for the front end, the back end, and the API server. So please also take the time to run your unit tests in your local IDE. Thanks for listening. We look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to seeing your pull requests.